Welcome back to Market Wrangler. Today, let's talk about the incredible journey of CG Power, a stock that has truly set new benchmarks for us. In 2020, CG Power was trading with a high of 52.5. So currently, we are looking at the 12-month chart. If you could see on the top, it's 12 months, right? And the high was 52.5, and the low was 4.75. The entry point was triggered in the follow-up year, that is 2021, when it crossed the high of 52.5, that is also the high of last year. And if you look at now, in just 4 years, the stock has skyrocketed to 736, delivering an astonishing return of over 1300%. CG Power's performance showcases the power of data-driven analysis in achieving significant market gains. CG Power's success inspired us to refine our methods. Now let's look at stocks we identified using the data analysis points of CG Power in the same year 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023 and see how our backtested data performed. Finally, I'll reveal the stocks to buy now as well based on the CG Power data analysis. The first stock for the year is GLFL. GLFL was triggered in 2020 on a yearly time frame. The high was 3 rupees and the low was 0.40 paisa. The entry point was set above 3 with 0.40 as the stop loss. The entry got triggered in 2021 and by 2024 it reached a high of 11.7, currently trading at 7.57. This represents an increase of approximately 152% from the entry point to the current market price. The next stock which got triggered in our algo is Precoat. Precoat was also triggered in 2020. The high was rupees 85 and the low was rupees 19. The entry point was set above 85 rupees with 18.85 as the stop loss. The entry got triggered in the follow-up year, 2021, and by 2024 it made a high of 550, currently trading at 490. This represents an increase of approximately 476% from the entry point to the current market price. Our third stock is from our algo is DigiSpice Technologies. DigiSpice Technologies was also triggered in 2020. The high was 23 and the low was 2.8. The entry point was set above 23 rupees with 2.8 as the stop loss. See, the data is giving a big stop losses, but as per a risk appetite, you can decrease the stop loss. The entry got triggered in the follow-up year, that is 2021, and within the same year, it reached a high of 140 and closed at 47. This represents an increase of approximately 100% from the entry point to the closing price in 2021. Our fourth stock from the Algo CG Power inspired Algo is Venus Remedies. Venus Remedies also triggered in 2020. The high was rupees 158 and the low was rupees 20. The entry point was set above 158 with rupees 20 as the stop loss. The entry got triggered in the follow-up year and within the same year it reached a high of 639 and closed at 150. Currently in 2024 it is trading at 409. This represents an increase of approximately 160% from the entry point to the current market price. Our next bumper stock recommendation from our CG Power inspired algo is TTML. If you could see on the bottom, that is the 2020's TTML candle. It also triggered in 2020. The high was rupees 8.65 if you could see on the top and the low was rupees 1.8. The entry was set above 8.65 and with 1.8 as the stop loss. The entry got triggered in the follow-up year, that is 2021, when it crossed the high of 8.65, and within the same year it reached and closed at 206. Currently in 2024, it is trading at rupees 96. This represents an increase of approximately 1000% from the entry price to the current market price. Our sixth stock is Birla. Birlasoft was also triggered in 2020. The high was rupees 276 and the low was rupees 46. The entry point was set above 276. In the follow-up year, the entry got triggered, and by 2024, it reached a high of 860 and currently trading at rupees 675. This represents an increase of approximately 144% from the entry price to the current market price. Our seventh stock for the year 2020 is ISMT Limited. ISMT Limited was triggered in 2020. The high was rupees 13.5 and the low was rupees 1.85. The entry point was set above 13.5 with rupees 1.85 as the stop loss. The entry got triggered in 2021, that is the follow-up year, and currently it is trading at rupees 135. If you could see, it is trading at 135 within the with the current year's high at 158. This represents an increase of approximately 900% from the entry point to the current market price. The next stock which got triggered for the year 2020 is Manaksia Limited. Manaksia Limited was triggered in 2020. The high was rupees 65 and the low was rupees 26.7. The entry point was set above rupees 65 with 26.7 as the stop loss. The entry got triggered in the follow-up year, that is 2021, and by 2023 it reached a high of rupees 95 and closed at rupees 131. This represents an increase of approximately 100% from the entry point to the closing price in 2023. The CG Power inspired algo gave us 9 stocks in the year 2020, but every year is not the same. So in 2021, we just got 4 stocks, and among them, the first stock is ONGC, which got triggered in 2021. The high for the year was rupees 173 and the low was rupees 87. The entry point was set above rupees 173 with rupees 87 as the stop loss. The entry got triggered in 2022 when the high of rupees 173 was breached, and currently the stock is trading at rupees 335. This represents an increase of approximately 94% from the entry point to the current market price. Our second stock is TFL. TFL was also triggered in 2021. The high for the year was 8.1 and the low was rupees 2.2. The entry point was set above rupees 8.1 with rupees 2.2 as the stop loss. The entry got triggered in the follow-up year, that is 2022, and currently the stock is trading at rupees 29. This represents an increase of approximately 258% from the entry point to the current market price. Our next stock is Oil India. Oil India was triggered in 2021. The high for the year was rupees 179 and the low was rupees 71. The entry point was set above rupees 179 with rupees 71 as the stop loss, right? The entry got triggered in the follow-up year, that is 2022, and currently the stock has made a high of rupees 650 and is trading at rupees 577. This represents an increase of approximately 223% from the current point from the entry point to the current market price. Our last stock for the year 2021 is Specialty Restaurant. Specialty Restaurant was also triggered in 2021. The high for the year was rupees 115, if you could see it on the top, and the low was rupees 35. The entry point was set above rupees 115 and with rupees 35 as the stop loss. The entry got triggered in the follow-up year, that is 2022, and the stock made a high of rupees 242 and closed at 230 in that year. This represents an increase of approximately 100% from the entry point to the closing price. In 2022, unfortunately, we did not get any new stocks based on our CG Power data analysis. However, in 2023, we have identified two promising stocks. Let's dive into the details. Our first stock is Bliss GVS Pharma, which triggered in 2023 with a high of rupees 150 and a low of rupees 69. The entry point is set above rupees 150 with rupees 69 as the stop loss. As of 2024, the high of rupees 150 has not yet been surpassed, and the high for the current year is just 143, and the stock is currently trading at 122. The data-driven analysis recommends waiting until the stock crosses rupees 152 before making a purchase. Therefore, therefore, hold off on buying until this trigger level is reached. Our second stock is Gulf Oil Lubricants. Gulf Oil Lubricants also triggered in 2023 with a high of rupees 750 and a low of rupees 400. In 2024, the stock reached a high of rupees 1350 and is currently trading at rupees 1200. This stock has shown a 60 to 65% increase but remains a good buy due to its strategic shift from lubricants to EV batteries. Given this business transformation, it could be a game changer for those interested in buying at the current market price, but consider it holding it for 1 to 2 years. As for the stop loss, instead of using stop loss as rupees 400, adjust it based on your analysis or keep it between 25-30% from the entry point. That's all for the day. If you want to stay updated with more data driven analysis and algorithm based stock recommendations, keep watching Market Wrangler. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. Thanks for tuning in.